Uh, Gentlemen, pleasure having you all to this evening and having to be moderating this panel. So we are fairly in an interesting topic, which is usually debated a lot in terms of energy, which is one of the key aspects of this particular context of what we are here for today. And it's ever evolving, and with respect to data center sector per se, which is also evolving very rapidly, this comes in as a very critical factor, and I'm happy to sort of be moderating this panel and looking forward to both your insights into this. To start off, Mr. Swarup, first question is to you. As we move into the AI, era where things are fast evolving, uh, the power situation is becoming very predictable or rather volatile. So, in terms of battery technologies and existing designs, how do you see this sort of shifting in terms of the demand with respect to AI falling in place, and then how do you envisage that? So, yeah.
Uh, First of all, thank you very much, everyone. And it's a pleasure for me to be here with the distinguished panelists with myself. My name is Swarup. I'm representing my company, Best Power Equipment, and Make in India company. And we are into the power and energy in both. So coming back to the point, which is the talk of the town, the AI. AI means the load spike, right? When you speak about the load of AI, the freaky load or spiky load is talk of the town. Now, if you look at the technology, what like the evolution with the storage, it may be battery technology, the other storage, what we are talking about for the future, those all can take those load because power is important and the technology also has been done or evaluated in such a way that this can take the freak load very, very comfortably. Now, it comes to the second point, what is the fundamental thing needs to be changed. So there comes the very, very critical point of maintenance, the so-called maintenance what we have with that AI-driven data which can be used for maintaining those kind of storages, not looking for only the preventive maintenance, the PMs which we are looking for ages of data center industry. Those kind of changes are being expected, and we think that with changes coming in the battery management technology, with the BMS, the building management technology, the integration happening in such a in such a crucial and pointed way that can help our customers to adapt with those changes which is bringing up on by the AI. That's my 2 points.
Thank you, Mr. Swarup. Just moving on in similar lines, when it comes to management, I think the next question is, Mr. Mahesh, for you. Um, in terms of safety, how do you see how this innovation part is being managed? Because there is always concerns over thermal management, etc., and those kind of maintenance-related aspects. So how do you see the safety aspect of things evolving on this context?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. I have a different viewpoint on this. This viewpoint comes to because of the experience that
Absolutely.
I have since last 30 years. Let's face facts. Lithium technology is one good technology that has evolved.
Absolutely.
But that technology is not being put to right use.
Correct.
The best use is cyclic. If you're going to bring it inside a data center,
Right.
then you're changing the application from cyclic to float mode.
Correct.
And that product is not the right product for float application. Point one. Point two, the requirement of lithium or the purpose of lithium in a data center has basically come to save space.
Save space.
It started with saving of space.
Right.
Then it became lighter.
Correct.
That was another reason. But it came so fast that the safety norms had not evolved. In line with the requirements coming into data center.
Correct.
And out of experience, most of the hyperscalers have experienced this. It's very unsafe because you cannot extinguish that product if it catches fire.
Fire. Correct.
So when it catches fire inside a data center, then the collateral damage is very heavy.
Very heavy. Exactly.
So what do we say? Then the best way is to keep the product out. right? So if you're going to keep the product outside the building, then at least you're going to save the collateral damage.
Damages.
The product itself is not extinguishable, so I don't believe that's a safe product. But yes, there are technologies. There is AI coming into it. There is predictive
Yeah, I think
analysis,
heating and
yes,
analysis,
yes.
etc. related.
But
That is
how far it's going to evolve, time
Yeah,
only will
time.
say.
Thank you. Thank you. Interestingly, next one is in terms of distribution, which is coming to interactive grid. The question I would like to ask Mr. Swaroop, and then if in case Mr. Mahesh wants to add on. Do you think in India we could actually do, interactive grid in terms of without compromising on any primary mission for keeping the data centers uptime and online all the time? Do you think this could simultaneously happen seamlessly?
Very tough one, right? So, whichever regulation you talk about, it may be on grid or off grid, giving the parameters what we have at this point of time, when we speak about the storage, there needs to be a shift towards that, right?
Right.
The adaptation is required at that level. That's point number one. Point number two, when you are sending the storage to the grid level, sending it back when you are not utilizing, that also needs to be at the time of adopting the technology. We have to decide that you want to make your data center as a off-grid, on-grid, or it's a hybrid.
Correct.
So hybrid is coming into the, from the IT, it is now coming to the energy segment also. And we can see that shift happening.
Correct.
Now, sir was talking about the battery technology. The future of technology is maybe the sodium technology or hydrogen technology. Storage system is going to evolve, right? But with that, we need to look at how the regulations support those kind of innovations to support in a safer manner for our future of data center. So that's my 2 points out here.
All right. Anything you would like to add, Mr. Mahesh, on that?
The grid connected is going to come in.
Right.
Because you have lithium available as storage, you have sodium coming in.
Yeah. Correct.
But there are still a lot more technologies that have not been touched. For instance, I always say compressed air is one of the most safest.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
you can have compressed air as one of the most safest. But then,
Okay.
for instance, if you have to set up something as 1 gigawatt of support,
Yeah.
then you need about 50 hectares of land.
Wow.
So then,
Okay.
it's not a cost-effective solution.
Got it.
But safety has a price.
Right.
You need to pay the price. So you have to decide whether you are ready to chance on your luck,
Correct.
bet on your luck, or go with the safety, pay for it.
Right. Moving on, the next question is with respect to lithium-ion batteries are, of course, being increasingly used in terms of the whole transition of power. Do you see operational and efficiency gains outweighing the safety concerns, or is there any for critical data centers, mission-critical data centers?
It's a very good question. I would like to highlight a particular topic.
Sure.
Today, AI is demanding a lot more peak power. So some of the UPSs are claiming that they can go up to about 10% or 20% over the capacity of the rating of the UPS. And in the momentary of seconds, you can go up to 50% of it if you have a lithium battery with it. Now, when you're going to talk about AI, the search is so fast.
Going to be rapid, yes.
You are never going to be less than 100%.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So that battery is going to go only through microcycles.
Seconds, correct.
And the objective of having the battery with the UPS with microcycles gets defeated because you can't calculate the life of the battery. Because the BMS in the battery
will be
is not giving you the state of health. It is only protecting from safety factors.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it doesn't help. Mm-hmm. So the application of float says emergency. Yep. So you're losing the idea of emergency backup. You're going in for a cyclic. Then you don't need an emergency load battery.
Fair enough.
So it's very contradictory.
Very fair point. And I think, as you rightly said, considering the whole landscape is evolving in terms of AI and the sudden burst of kind of operational things, this is something which we'll have to wait and see on how it pans out. Um, the next question is, in terms of frugal AI, would you say prioritizing efficiency over scaling? How would you say that our data center operators and are adapting to their designs, in terms of efficiently handling AI models and stuff like that?
So I think, it was nicely explained in the previous question itself. Uh, all are looking at the efficiency at this point of time,
Right.
right from design, when you design a data center, from that level, choosing the powertrains, then going for the liquid cooling solution for the high density, wherever the high density is required, hyperscalers and other, the captive data centers. There, if you look at, all are talking about the efficiency. The safety factor comes in the secondary mode, which we are mentioning. Now, coming to the fact of the lithium ion, like, the batteries which we are talking about, though the technology is fantastic, you take about NMC, LFP, you can name anything. Any technology is been safeguarded by certain, safety measures, right?
Measures.
Producing those batteries with a safety measure and then maintaining with the charging and discharging cycle. That's the gap which we are talking about, the battery management system and the BMS, the main BMS, is going to be the key for
Correct.
me. And if any adaptation happens in the data center level for the large scale storage, lithium ion storage, if that factor is being taken care of, I think the emergency is going to be very quick. Otherwise, we have a challenge out there,
Fair enough.
very clearly.
The next question, I would like to take both your inputs actually. This is in terms of what both of you all covered. In terms of the current data center design and operational functionality wise, do you see, are they something which are adaptable for the next gen data centers or the purposes in terms of the AI demand, or do you see there is a lot of design related and operational changes that has to be made from the current scenario with respect to majority of the campuses or developments that you would see?
I think in the given scenario, uh, the adaptability is very fast,
Okay.
right? And you can adapt from one technology to another, right? But mostly what is happening now is we need to look at something beyond what we are already doing. I see 800 volt DC coming in, and when you have 800 volt DC coming in, um, y- you will not have UPSs.
Understood.
Everything will be line and track. It will all be directly from the grid. Then there you will have energy storage system. Because the demand of power at the moment, I believe, is still unpredictable.
Right.
Because
Absolutely.
the rack sizes are going up.
Correct.
The demand for energy is high.
And
How supportive is the grid at type of power demand that
there.
we have? So everyone is trying to bring in redundant options
correct.
into the whole thing.
Correct.
Innovation is going on and things will get fast. Even faster than we blink, things are moving. So I see no challenge there
Okay.
as such, because there is chemistry coming in, a lot more items coming in.
Coming in. Have the last question for this session, and I would like to definitely take both your thoughts in for this. With respect to the topic that we are in with battery and related power, if you could solve one issue for, say, the data center sector in India, to be, say, unlimited green power, instant, say, approvals, or engineers and skilled people around it, which one would you pick to be the game changer that will actually complement this particular aspect?
Yeah. So before I go there, I just want to, compliment, the previous one you have spoken about.
Yeah, please.
If you look at the previous data center designing part of it, like 10 years back when we started the design of, 2013, 14, big scalers, big data centers were coming in India. The rack density was talking about 3 to 8 kilowatt, max to 10 kilowatt, correct? One rack. And now we are talking about 120 kilowatt, one rack. So the evolution within last 12 to 13 years has been multifold, 10 times, 12 times. So the designing which has happened that point of time, putting those AI servers in the existing ones requires to be contained. Suppose one data center wants to utilize the same power, so they have to choose. They want to keep, like, one of the containment for those particular hyperscaler or the AI servers.
Got it.
There's rest, others they have to take out. They do not have that much of power. Now coming to the point here, whatever designing now is happening for the future.
Future, correct.
And the GPUs, if you look at in today's scenario,
They require.
they are abstracting the power 300 times.
Absolutely.
Right? And it's a millisecond, it's going up and then going down. And it's not constant. So putting any system, any UPS system, as you are rightly mentioning, is not sufficient because it's for a moment.
Yeah. And in terms of the overall infra as well, in terms of being able to handle that right from
Absolutely,
power to
yes. Look at the back end, yeah.
I think the chemistry, what Mr. Mahesh mentioned, was a very, very key aspect in terms of the interrelated things that operate along.
Yeah. So that is one thing. Coming back to the question, what you said, I think maintenance is the word for me, which needs to be taken care very seriously.
Very seriously.
Those days are gone, the preventive maintenance, 3 months, after 3 months, we will have a check, another thing. Those mindset needs to be out. It has to be data generated, it has to be
Analytical
predictive,
and
analytic.
yeah.
So these three things, I think, is going to be the driver for the future.
I'll go different. Yes, probably is out of experience, but I would always choose green power.
All right.
Because I'm coming from the battery side. I believe we should always look at green. We should look at environment. And sustainability. Very, very important. For the instance, I'm wearing white, blue, brown, and green logo. I'm a tree by itself. So I believe green power is very important.
Just a quick thing to finish off. When it comes to green power, what would you say are the pros and what would you say are the current challenges? Just a small extension of what you had mentioned.
It's just acceptance. I
Right.
mean, you need to accept what new is coming to you, and you need to start small as samples,
Understood.
and then you can
The
expand.
intent has to come in.
Intent has to come in.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. I think we're running out of time. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, audience, for the patience.